small table I'm going to use to be adding them together. So to do that, so just adding numbers. I'm just going to add numbers. So I'm going to have 12 here. I'm going to have 15. 17. Please mute, please. Oh, mute yourself. Okay. So I'm gonna have like more than that. Okay, let me just round between 23. So 23 equals to. So for this, I'm going to use just a small this thing called round between. So I'm going to create a random number between a particular number to another number. This is just a preview, just like so I'm going to just using it to add the numbers. So but to do it, if you want to follow me up, is to add random numbers. So I want to create a random number from a particular number to a particular number. So I want to create a number from 10 to 20, or 30. So I can use my round between. So equals to round between. I can read from 10 to 30. So I have so it's going to give me different numbers. You can see there. I have 16, 13, 20, 7. So from different numbers from that to this, that's what it's going to give me. So that's basically what the round between does. I also use it to create this number. So if you want to do it, just equals to round between and select the top part and then the bottom part. So I guess it. So after that, now I'm going to. So the top part meaning the number you want to start from. You want to start from 10 to 20. You want to get numbers from 10 to 20. You put it like that. So that's basically what you want. So let's move on. So that to use the addition sign, what we basically need to do is put your equals to sign. So after putting your equals to sign, you select the number. So you can do it in two ways. You can put your bracket first. You can either use bracket or you just leave it like that. If you just select it like this, which is going to give you the cell address of where you are in. So the cell address of where I'm in now, this number is in G2. So G2 is the cell address. So it's going to give me G2 there. Then I'm going to put in the plus sign. After putting in the plus sign now, I put in the other number where the other number is, which is in H2. So H2, select it. It's going to give me the number. Then press my enter. I get the answer, which is what. So this is students will just change it like this. Number is going to be changing. 13. So if you look at these two now, so 12 plus 13 is 25. So if I get my answer is going to be 25. So the other thing with the round between is anytime you do a formula, you press enter, the numbers in the round between is going to be changing. So you should know that too. So anytime you put a formula like this now, you see, I just press enter. If I put a formula here, I put a formula here. If I enter, see the numbers from here downwards has changed. It's no longer, you see, if I come there. So the round between, whenever you do anything, you put a formula in anywhere and press enter or close that formula part, the number in the round between is going to change to a different numbers. But it's not going to affect what we're trying to do because I want to know that the plus sign is still working. So I get it. So we have our plus here. So we have 12 plus 13, which is 25 there. Then there is addition. This is addition. This is the addition. Then if I bring this down, so I can actually start creating it for all these ones down here. So I can, so someone raises Mr. Junior, please unmute. Yeah, you have a question.
Not really a question, please.
Yeah.
I'm only pleading you slow down a bit and then you make your words audible a bit, please.
Oh, okay. You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can only hear you talk, but I actually don't hear the exact words you use.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm using an
Thank you.
So that's the reason I'm using an headphone, and my sound is not. So I'm going. Okay, I'm going to try to make you hear me better.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so as I was saying, so I'm going to go back a bit because of you was not hearing what I was saying. So what I used to get this number here, remember this number I have here. If you can hear me now, hope it's clear. So what I used to get this number here is round between. It's a formula called a function called round between. So the round between, what the round between does is it's going to give you a random number between a particular number that I'm going to put in to another one. So in my round between that I have here, so I have it from, I think it's from here. I have it from. So this is it here. So this is it here. So you see, it's giving me a particular number from random number between 10 to 30. That's what it's giving me from this place now. So it's going to give me random numbers between this 10 to 30, just giving me different numbers between 10 to 30. So it's just basically useful when you want to get just gonna get random numbers I want to make use of to do something. You can use that to do it. Just run between this number to this number. It's going to give it to you. So that's basically what the round between that. So what you need to do is put in equals to in a blank cell, put in equals to and say open bracket round 10, which is the way we want to start from, put your comma, then 30, which is where you want the numbers to end. Then close your bracket, and that's it. Press enter, it's going to give you a random number. Then if you drag it down, bring it down, it's going to give you a random number. It keeps giving you a random number to where you stop. So I guess in it. So dragging it down, when you drag it down, basically what it does is it fills that same formula for other rows. For example, now when I have my addition, so let me do the addition again. So to do that, what you need to do is put your equals to. Let me see. Okay, so let me put in equals to, then I want to select where my number is. So my number is in G2. So I can type in the G2 because I already know the cell address. I can type it in myself, which is G2. Type it in and put my plus sign. Or I can just, when I have my equals there, I can just select where the cells I want to use for the formula. So it's going to identify that whenever you put your equals to, basically Excel knows that you are trying to do a formula. So if you're trying to select another cell, it's going to be selecting that cell in addition to your formula. So it means that cell is going to be what you're going to be using for your formula when there's an equals to before anything you're selecting. So it means that this thing I'm trying to select, or this cell I'm trying to select, is going to be used for my from the calculation that I want to do. So the calculation I want to do, this cell I'm selected is going to be used for it. So that's what basically what. So if my equals to, then I can select this. It's going to that this cell is going to be used for the formula. Then I can put in the sign I want to use, the arithmetic operator that I want to use, which is going to be my plus sign. So my plus sign, that's what I'm going to be using. So for the first one, for the addition, plus sign, then select the second cell that I want to make use of. So the second cell that I want to add this one, the G2 cell with, I'm going to select it. So if I select this, now the cell will be automatically added there. So it's basically the equals to. Now I have equals to the G2 where my 12 is in, the plus my H2 where the 13 is, that contains the 13. So I get this, the G2 which contains the 12 and the H2 which contains my 13. So if I press my enter, so I can actually do it with brackets. So if I want to do it, I can do it like this. If I press enter, it's going to add it together for me. If I want, I can also put my brackets on it. So if I put brackets, then put close bracket, and enter, I have my 25. So I have my 25 here now. So 25 as my, so I can now drag and bring it down for the other one. So you see, I'm meant to add for these other ones down here. So I'm meant to add for these other ones down here. So we use what we call fill series. So fill series is going to fill whatever you have here. If you have a formula, it's going to fill the formula down for you. So if you have a formula, it's going to fill the formula down for you. If you have a number, it's going to just copy that number. If you have just another number, it's going to copy that number. So it's going to copy that number and bring it down for you. So, but if you have a formula, it's going to fill that formula down. So because I have a formula now, if I come here and I drag this down, you see, it's giving me so because this number I have here is in decimal. So if I can reduce the decimal places, I'm coming. Okay, so but basically you can see that it automatically helps me out and add other ones for me. So you help me add other ones together for me, which is come here, we have 25, here we have 35, here we have, which is 15 plus 20 is 35, 17 plus 22 is 29, 20 plus 16 is meant to be 26, it's meant to be 36. But the reason why is that it's because we have this from one of these places, we have something we call, because we are using, I don't know, because we are using round, and in this round place, there is a decimal place there. So if I reduce the decimal place now, if I reduce it, so to reduce it, you see up here, to reduce the decimal places, come up here. So this one is to increase it. So this one here is to increase the decimal places. You can see there, you can see that it's increase decimal places. The second is to increase the points. If it's 0.00, 0.6, all those, that's the decimal places. So you want to increase the decimal places, you use this one we have here. But if you want to decrease it, you want to decrease the decimal places, come here. So I want to decrease the decimal places. I'm going to come to the second one, which is this one here, and then click it, click again, click. So you see, it gives me 36, which is meant to be the answer of these two crossed together. So I get in. So if I had, because I had decimal places there, that's why it was giving me that behind and 35. So that's that. Then that's my addition. You can see my addition there. So as I was saying, so we have fill series. So the fill series fills the formula down for us. So let me show you another example. For example, now if I have like Jan, which is meant to be January, you know that. So Jan is meant to be January. So if I try to fill this down now, Excel, if I come here using this tiny plus here, if I drag this down, I don't automatically know that this, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to copy it down. Not that I'm trying to copy down this one I have here. I'm trying to copy down. I want it to flow with the month, with our month format, which is your January, February, March, April. So I get in. So if I drag this down, instead of me typing it out myself, it will automatically help me fill it down. So I get in. Help me fill it down using the fill series. So I can actually do something like copy cells. If I copy cells, if I come here and say copy cells, if I copy cells, it's going to just copy that January down because we're just copying the cells. That same cell that I have here, we are copying that cell, bringing it down to the other cells that were selected. So I guess so we're copying it, bringing it down to other cells that were selected. So someone has a question. I'm not seeing what you are doing. Oh, is the screen too small or my? Can you all see my screen? Someone says he's not seeing my screen. Can you all see my screen? Can we all see my screen?
I can see it from. I can see it from this end.
Okay. So that means that is your network. That means it's your network. Because I'm sharing the screen and my network is not up. So every other person can see. So please try to reconnect to your network or something. Maybe it's your network that is causing it. So let me continue back. Okay, let me enlarge. Okay. That's the problem. So I think maybe you can see it now. So as I was saying, so if I copy it down, so it's basically if I say copy, so this is just no, this is not what I'm looking for. So this, if I say copy, it copies that same cell that I have here. But if I say fill series, so it's basically going to fill the main format that is meant to be with. So you're getting it. So what's our number? If it's going to go from the using our month format, it's going to go with January, February, March, April, May. So you're getting it. So if I click on fill series, it's going to go fill that for me instead of me typing it myself. It helps me do that. If I want, I can see drag down to bring more, which is November, Okay, come down. I have December. So not just the short form, it can actually be long. If I put in my normal big January full name, the full text. So put in January. So if I drag it down, so it's going to give me the same thing, December. So I have it there. So I have it there. So you can see my this thing there now. So I can have, so that's the fill series. So that's basically what the fill series likes to do. So if this were to be formula, it will help me copy down that formula, adding other numbers in the cell down. So adding other numbers in the cell, let me show you, which is adding the numbers we are meant to have here. So let me do this. So which is adding the numbers we are meant to have. So if it were to be formula, which is one we are using here now. So what it's going to do is it's going to help me. It's going to help me add the next number down. So I get it. So you see, the first one I have here is adding the G2 and H2 together to give us the answer here. So if you come to the next one, what it's going to do is it's going to be instead of adding the G2 and because we come, so I get it, what it's going to do now is it's going to add the G3 and H3 so together, which means adding the next row that we have there. So the same thing for this one, it adds the next row, which is G4 plus H4. So the next row, G5 plus, so I get it. So that's what so if it's formula, it's going to add those numbers for you. So you're going to add this number here and this number, this row, come to this row, add this row, come to this row, add this row. That's what it's going to do. So I get it. Basically, that's that. If you're using your P-series, so I get it. So I'm going to the next one, which is subtract. So subtract is also so I mean come in. So sub so subtract. I want to subtract from these numbers, which is my, so to subtract, I'm going to use my, so to subtract now, I'm going to use my minus sign. So I'm going to use my minus sign. So to do that now, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to use my minus sign. So equals to select the first cell that I want to use, which is the G2, sorry, which is the G2 minus, so this is your minus sign, the H2, and press your enter. So it's going to give us -1. The reason why it's going to give us -1 because you're saying 12 cannot minus 2. 13 cannot, so you're saying 12 minus 13. So I get it, you're saying 12 minus 13. So we are saying 12 minus 13 and 13 cannot minus 12. So I getting it. So what we're going to do is, what you can do is just do it the other way. Say 13 minus 12. So if 13 minus if 12 minus 13 is going to give you -1. So getting, but if you do it the other way, which is 13 minus 12, it's going to give you 1. So getting it. So that's that. So now I can just come here and drag this down and get the answer. So now we're having an error on this part because this number is keep on changing. So it's now correct to have 20. All these ones you won't see are bigger than the ones here. So I get it. So it's going to work out very fine. So this same decimal is still affecting this here because of our decimal places. So you can decrease it to 0 and have your main number. So that is subtract. So have our multiplication, which is multiply. Okay. So my number is just changing randomly because I'm using random. So it's going to be changing. So let me just continue. Mute yourself if you don't have a question. If you have a question, raise your hand. I will let you unmute, please. Don't disturb the class. Okay, so the next is multiplication. Multiply. So I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to say equals to. So the multiplication I'm going to be using asterisk. So you can see it here. You're going to be using asterisk for that. I'm going to say equals to this. I'm going to say use your asterisk. So my asterisk. So asterisk. So to get your asterisk, you are following me is shift, press down shift and 8 number on top of your this, or come to your num key, you see asterisk there. So after that, then select your H2. After this, select your H2. This one posted image or something. I didn't say that you're not seeing what I'm doing, or I don't get the image you're posting. Someone is posting image, but I don't get. Are you not seeing what I'm doing? Or you don't see, just type it so I will know. So let's continue. So you have the G, you have the G2 as times the H2. So G2 times H2, then press your enter, it's going to give you the answer. So G2 times H2 is equals to 156. Okay. Is there a way I can number series 1, 2, 3 to 10 to 500? Yes, can do that. Just type 1, drag down, but now put it in. After dragging it down to 100, put it in few series. Someone asked the question, so I want to answer the question. So yes, when I ask the question, you can do that. So what you need to do is put in the number 1, and you can put in number 2, and just select the both of them. You can do something like this. Select the both of them and drag it down. So it's going to fill it like that till 100. So, but if you just put in only 1, it's not going to work. If you put in only 1, it's going to copy. So 1 is going to copy. After copying, you can come and say few series. If you want to do, like, if you want to just keep going while you're doing it, so just select the 2, put in 1 and 2. So to select the 2, so to select the 2, which is selecting range, select the range. I'm going to show is just using this your big plus. If you can see it there, you have the tiny one which is here and the big plus which is here. So to do that, just with this big plus, you select the 2 of them. That's selecting a range. So after that, then you come to the tiny plus and use it to drag that to fill the series of the 2 of them. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that for you. And good. So that's it. Okay, so let me continue. So then after that, I just fill this one down. I have my answer on that, so you can bring this different place. So that's
start again.
Start again. Trying to grasp. It's not simple. Oh wow. Start again. You know what? Maybe starting again. I'm going to go backward. Let me. Oh God, you're not grasping. What am I going to do now? So basically, what we've talked about is the plus sign, the minus. You know what? You're going to watch the video, please. I can't go back because of other people. Maybe at the end, I'm going to just recap this part for you, please. So because of other people that are already here before and time, so let me just at the ending where we are done with this, I'm going to just recap for you. So I guess I'm going to do a recap of what everything I teach today. So don't worry, I'm going to get it. Okay. So let's continue. So next, okay, that's asterisk. The next one is the division. So division is division. So to do the division, we are going to be using our forward slash. So forward slash sign, that's what we're going to be using for the division. Simple as the other ones. Your equals to, select the number you want to make use. So remember our own is in G2, then put your forward slash, then the next one is in H2. So select the H2 and press enter. So if you divide, if this number divide each other, it's going to be giving us this. So 0.92, that's the division. So you can drag this down and you get for other ones there. So you're getting it. So that's division for you. So the next one we have is percent. So percent. So basically, if you want to add percent to anything, you have to treat it as a main. Like now, if I put 2 and I put percent to it, if I put 2, put percent and enter, it's going to work because this is just like a text. Targeting it. So you have 2%. This is just like a text. Targeting it. So if I just put it like this, I put it like this, type 2% is going to work. But if I put like 2 and I come up here, okay, it's already doing what I was talking about. And I can see, you see, it's basically putting as, because now this cell is already a percent. And if I put 2 here, if I put 2 here and I come here, and this way I can change the type, I can change it to percentage. So it's going to give me 200 as default. Targeting it. So if you want to get like this, if you want to get 2%, all you need to do is you put in 0.2, enter. So okay, sorry. Sorry. 0.2. Okay, 0.2 is still 20%. So you can see 0.2 is 20%. So if you want to get 2%, it's I think it's 0.02. Okay. We should give us 2%. So this is 2%. Right? So these are 2% here. So 0. is going to give us our 2%. So I have 2%. Then, so if I want to get 1%, so but basically you can do it like this. Or basically, if this one I'm doing like is if the percentage is already there, if the cell is already in percentage type. So if it's already in percentage type, you have to type in the percentage within. If you put in 2, it's going to give you 200, which is the default. But to do is just put in 0.02%. 0.02 is going to give you 2%. 0.2 is going to give you 20%. 0.10 is going to give you 10%. So, but at default, if you want to do, so basically what you need to always do is make sure that you already type the number first before you put in the percent. So if I put in number and put in my percent, I can put in the percent sign. So it's going to basically, so this is a percent now. So this is percent. So this is 1%. Try getting it. It's changed the type to 1% for me. Try getting it. Like this is better. But if you already have the percentage in the cell, embedded in the cell, if you already have the percentage embedded in the cell, you have to put it in like put it in 0. If it's 2%, if it's 2%, 0.20, 0.02. If it's 20%, 0.2. So I getting it, but I can just type it out. So typing it out. Who asked? If someone asked the question now, please. I didn't get your question. What was your question again? Can you please want me to ask the question again? I didn't get your question.
What is the number 23?
23. If you want to get, if you want to type in, that's if you want to type it in. Though. If you want to type it in, 23 is 0.2. If you want to type 23, put 23 then percent. Like this. So you put in your percentage sign, or you go up for percentage sign, you have 23%. So if you come here, you can see the type is in percent. So basically tell you that this one I'm doing here that I'm putting this to is a common error that you always get. If some people they always go to their this before putting in the number, they will put in this percentage sign. And if you put it in, it's going to always give you the default one, which is 200 there. If you go on here, you can see up here is the default this thing there. Okay, for this one that I have is 2% because already selected that. But if I come here and go to my like 2 now. Let me go here and put it. If I put it to percentage, now. And if I put any number, it's going to give me, because the default one we always have there is, you see, it's going to give us 200% because the default, it always gives you the default something that you have there. So I guess in it. But if you want to do it better, the best way to do it is always putting the number first before putting in the percent. So putting the number first before putting in the percent, all this 200, you're going to see it, it's going to give you the accurate percentage that you want. So I guess in it. So if you put in the number first, which is come here, I put in my 2, then put in my percent.
Yes, sir.
It's going to give me 2%. So you're welcome. So that's basically that on the percent. Then the next one we have is your exponential. So the next one we have is your exponential. We'll talk about percentage, we'll talk about. So next is so exponential is basically power. So raised to power. So I guess in it. So you want to raise something to a power. If you don't have a question, mute yourself. If you have a question, raise your hand. I'll let you unmute and ask a question. Okay, Mr. Junior, please ask a question.
Okay, so if I do understood you clearly, for the percentage, let's assume I want 23%. Okay, but to put it in the cell, I don't need to put in the 23 and then go refer the percentage sign from the ribbon. But rather, how I would have to get the converted one and put it in there, and then go refer it from the ribbon before it will affect that 23%.
No, I don't need to. You don't need to actually refer it. If you put in percentage sign, Excel is going to automatically know that this is meant to be a percent.
Okay.
Right? So you can see that by just putting a number, an ordinary number, you have 23 here. It's in general.
Yeah.
Let me put it's in general. But if I put percentage sign behind it, so put a percentage sign behind it. Sorry, I meant to go in. I made a mistake. So this is another mistake you will do. If you want to edit something, if you want to edit your text or anything, make sure that you click twice. If you click once, it's going to wipe what you have there inside. So you have to go in directly. So I guess so click in, then put in your percent and enter. So you have 20%. And if you come there, you have percent as the data type there. Do you get it?
Thank you. I do.
So
thank you.
You're welcome. Good evening. Yeah, can you hear you?
Yeah, my question is, this percentage stuff, if you want to do, let's say 10% of something, 10% of 500. Am I not right?
Yeah, if you want
to, how do we put 10% of 500?
So if you want to get 10%
on that? Yes. I just give example.
Okay.
Can we see how you put it on the table there? 10% of 500.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. So if you want to get a percentage of a particular number, I'm coming. Someone is raising his hand again. Please, I'm coming. Oh, my network is bad. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? They're saying, so if you want to get a percent, maybe I want to get 10% of like 400 now. What I need to do is put my equals to and put the amount which is 400. I want to get 10% of 400. Then put my use times. Put in my times. That's multiple asterisk. Yes. Put in my put in the percentage I want. So if I want 2%, if I want 1%, I just select where it is and press enter. You get 40%, 40, which is the 10% of 200. Who asked the question? Do we understand? I don't know if the person is still here.
Yes, I'm the one, Mr. Kenneth.
All right.
Can you please take it again? There's something I did not get. Where you put your percentage?
Yeah. Maybe if I can see.
Likewise, yeah. Likewise, I don't understand how you come about the percentage, how you bring in the percentage into the column.
Oh, now
As in the 10%, how you
okay. Let me
introduce
go back.
this.
Let me go back. Let me start this percentage again, please. Please, I hope
Thank
the
you, sir.
yeah. Let me start the percentage. So to get the percentage, basically what you need to do. Oh my God, I was saying it before. Is you can just type it in yourself. So you know the percentage sign is in our keyboard. So just put in your 2 and see. Okay, because now the reason why you show me percentage is because I already have percent in there before. The first time I did it, it's already is in percent. Let me just change it back. So change this. So it's in percent here. So if I let me just I just want to show. So put it in general. If I put in my to do, just put in your the percent you want. If you want 2%, 10%, any amount, just put in 2 and put in the percentage sign and press enter. It's going to automatically change to percent for you. So you see we have 2% there. If you look at the percentage, the type, you have percent there as this. So this is basically 2%. So if I come down, put in my 3, do the same thing, I get 3%. So I get so that's where you get it. So if you put in your 4, you get 4%. Put in 10 with the start, you get that percentage. Do you understand? So then to calculate a percentage of a particular number, basically we are going to be using the percentage you have here. So let's say I want to calculate percentage of 400. So percentage of 400, what I need to do is put in equals to, then select then put in the number, then put in the number that I want to use. Basically, maybe the number is something in this column. Now,
hello. I think your speech is too fast. The pitch of your sound is too fast. So the beginners will be unable to follow you. Please take time.
Okay, so let me continue. So sorry if I'm too fast. Very, very sorry. Because I was saying, so basically for the percent, what you need to do is to just put in the number and then the percentage sign. Put in your number and the percentage sign, and you have the percent there. So I get it. So put in the number and the percentage sign, and you have that there. So if I put in, anyway, I put in my number now. If I put in 10% and then put in the percentage sign, if I press enter, I'll have 10% there automatically. If I click on that place, you have 10% there. So I get it. So have them. So then let's say we want to get the 10% of 400. If I want to get, let me say for all this number, I'm going to come down here. Okay. So let's say for all this number I have here, for all this number, I'm going to use this multiplication on here. I'm going to use it for all this number here. I want to get the 10%. So what I need to do is just come here and put in 10, then turn it to percent, putting in the percentage sign here. I get in it, and then press enter. We have percentage sign here. So then come here and say equals to, select the number, then put your asterisk, and then select the percentage and press enter. So it's going to give you the percentage for this now is 15, but basically the reason why we are having 0.3 is because it's a decimal place. It's in decimal. We can remove the decimal places. If you can hear me, if I remove the decimal places by coming and removing it, putting it back to 0, so we have 16. So we have 16. But if not that, you have 15.5 as the 10% of this number you have here. If I bring it down to the other ones, now if I bring it down to that, it's not going to work for the other ones. I have to do it 1, 1, 1, because now what I want to be doing is I want to be doing 10% of this one, 10% of this one, 10% of this one, and so I get it. So I don't have the same number like this that I'm going through. So I'm using this stagnant number here. I want to be using it for this one, 10% of this one too, 10% of this one. So I get it. But if I drag it down, it's not going to give me. So it's going to give me 0, 0, 0, 0. This one is giving me 0 is that if you come here, what it's basically doing is now it's no longer calculating this name with this 10% now. It's calculating this 300 with this empty one here. You can see it because the formula is going down as this thing is going down. Like I said, so it's moving down. So it's going to be this one is going to be 10%. It's going to be 300. 10% of 300. That's not meant to be for now because it's going down. We're having space there. So basically, what we can do for it to just stay stagnant is we can use what we call absolute cell reference. So absolute cell reference is basically locking our formula to a particular cell. So I guess in locking our formula, so because now I want to use 10% now for all these ones we have here. So because we want to use 10% for all these ones we have here, all this one we want to use 10% for it. And also when we come down to this side, we want to also use this 10%. So what you can do to lock it is basically come here, put in a dollar sign behind and in between. So this basically like this is going to lock this cell to this row, which means that if you go to the next row, it's going to have this 300 is going to be calculated. You're going to be getting the 10% of this 300. If you come this one now, you're going to be getting 10% of this 408. Then if you come down, you're going to be getting 10% of this 270 instead of coming down to the next step. So I guess if I press enter now and I come up here and I bring this down, so you can see the answer is going. So we have 10% of 300 is 30. 10% of 170 is 17. 10% of 23 is 10% of 236 is 23.6. So 10% of 588 is 58.8. That's 10%. Do we understand it? Do we understand? Please, we have to ask, do we understand? Do we understand? No, you don't understand. What, where are you having issue? Just please unmute. This person unmute and tell me where you're having the issue so I can know. I can go through that. Okay, let me explain again. So basically, I'm going to explain again. Now, let me just use one distinction. So if you want to get 10%, basically what you need to do is, if you want to get a percentage of a number, let's say I have 500 here now, and I want to get 2% of 500. So I guess I'm going to put my percentage sign here. So I want to get 2% of 500. So to do that, I just come here and say equals to 500 times 2%, and enter. It gives me 10, which is 2% of 500. So I guess that's how you get your percentage. That's how you get the percentage of a particular number. So that's how you do it. So basically, that's how you do it. Do you understand this one? Do you understand this percentage now?
Yes, understood.
You understand it now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then the reason. Okay. So now the reason why I use this one is because now you want to get 10% of all this number in this multiplication table, this multiplication row here, column. You want to use this 10% to get the 10% of all the numbers there on that row that on that column that we have there. And now we don't want to start typing 10%, 10%, 10%, 10% for all of them. We just want to type 10% up here and use this same 10% to calculate all of them. So basically what you need to do is, how Excel formula works is that what it does is, when you use that few cells, what it's going to do is, it's going to try to bring down the columns for you, which it means when you are using it, and what it's trying to do in this part now is, it's going to try to calculate, you see, we are calculating this 115, 156, which is in K2. I'm calculating 156, which is in K2 with, timesing it with N1, which is the way the 10% is in. So if you get, it's going to give us the 10%. But now, if you are using fuse, unless you come down here and type it yourself and do the same thing that you did here yourself, it's going to give you the same answer. It's going to give you the answer of that next one. But what if you don't want to be typing? Maybe you have 10,000, 100 words there. And you don't want to type doing it one formula each other, like the way we did the other one, start typing everything one. We want to use our fuse to do that. So I'm doing it. Excel is going to try to select the next cell down. So which means it's going to come down to the 300 parts and then come down. It's not going to use the 10% up here again. It's going to come down to this part. Unless you had another 10% down here, it's going to be giving us error, which is 0. It's going to give us 0 because it's doing, we're going to get, it's basically going to be doing 300 times 0 times empty space, which is empty space is 0, automatically 0. So I get it. So now, basically what we now do here is that we lock this first cell, which is where the 10% is in, to this row here, which is whenever we bring down, if you are coming to the next one, use the same 10% up here to calculate that 300. If you come down to the next one, use the same 10% up here, which is this cell up here, to calculate this next cell. If you're coming down, use the same 10% here to calculate this. So that's basically another thing entirely. But if you want to get 10%, it's just something like this. I have here. You have the number and the percentage, then the number times the percentage is going to give you the percentage of that number. Maybe you have 2% of 500 now. If you do 500 times 2%, it's going to give you the main number of that in Excel. That's how we calculate your percentage in Excel. So I guess, so do you understand it now? Please, do we all understand it now? Before I move on to the next thing, I want to make sure that we all understand. Everybody understands. Not just the 10%, how to get the percentage, and also have the absolute locking the cell. But this locking the cell, I'm going to still take it in another class, not just this class. We are still going to come across it in other places. So I guess we're still going to come across it. You have to make use of it more because you might want to do.
Hello, sir.
To calculate other numbers.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Are you saying that when we do the first one and second one, then we'll now drag the...
No, maybe just do the first one. Just to do the first one. So you just need to do the first one. I guess it. Just the first one, that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do this first one and put the lock there. You drag it down, it's going to fill for the next one for you.
Because you said when we drag it down, it gave us 0, 0.
Yeah, now that's
how do we escape the 0, 0?
Yeah, that's because we've not locked.
That's the what?
That's because we've not locked the cell. You get it?
Okay.
Yeah, because we've not locked the cell.
Yeah.
But to lock the cell, the basic formula to lock the cell is putting $sign on there. So they say this is I'm using this as an example. Let's say this is my cell address now. So basically what I need to do to lock the cell, in the cell address of the one I want to be constant. So basically I want this one to be constant in the formula I want to use. I want it to be I want to use it for the other ones in that row. So I want to use, maybe I want to use 10 now for all these things here. So basically I want this one to be locked. That means this one is going to be used to calculate the next one and the next one and the next. That's one cell there. So to do that, you just need to put your $sign in front of the cell address, and then in between the cell address of the one you want to lock, which is going to be the absolute cell. If you do it like this, and then you have your lock, Excel is going to basically be using that number there, which is the one you locked, for the next one and the next one and the next one till when the number finishes. Do you get it? So that's basically what we did here. So to do it for the formula here, let me do it here. So to do it for the formula now, because now this N1 is the one for this 10%, and this 10% is basically meant to be used for the next one to calculate the next one. So getting it now, that's why we need to lock this one. So getting it. So we need to lock this one. So if I want to lock this one now, put in my $sign in front and the $sign in between. Then press enter. And if you use your PCO to drag it down, which we are going to do, by coming here and bring this down, then it's going to give you the percentage of other ones. Still using that same 10% to calculate the remaining ones down there. Do you understand it? Please, you guys should talk. Do we understand it? Please speak because of our time. Do we understand? Do we understand? Nobody is saying anything. Mr.
Hello, please. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, please. Can you start from? Can you just as if you're just before you dragged the plus sign down, just as if you're doing it all over again. Okay. But you mentioned I want to see how you're putting the $sign. That way it's more explicit. Can you just delete and then?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So to do it equals to, then now because we want to get 10%, so to calculate 10% of a particular number, you need to select select the number you want to get 10% first, which is this one. We're going to be using the multiplication table, multiplication column. Then put your times. You want to times with 10%. So times 10%. If I press enter, it's going to give me the answer, which is 15.6. That's 10% of 456. So I guess it. But now, if you look at this now, if I bring this down here now, watch. You see that it's giving me 0 because now it's no longer calculating the 10%. Because what I wanted you to do, I want to copy down the formula. I want to copy down the formula. But now it's no longer giving me 10% because it's no longer calculating the 10% again. Look here, you see that it's now going down to the next cell. We have 300 here. That's what we needed for this part. But now in the 10% is now going down to the next instead of staying in that 10% cell. So now, but to lock it in that 10% cell, what you need to do is come up to the first one and put in the one. Which one is the 10% cell here? Is this cell N1? So the N1, which is this one here. So if I put in my $sign in front, before the N1 and in between it, so before it and in the middle, of the number and the text, then press enter. Now if I drag it down, now you see the cell is going to basically lock. If I come down to the next one, now you see you're now using 300 times the same 10%. If I come down to this one, I press enter and I come down to this one, we have 300 K4 times the same 10%, which is N1. You see, it keeps going. It keeps using that same cell to calculate the other ones. That's basically the lock. That's how it works. It helps you use that same cell to calculate the other ones and keep going. Do you understand?
That's fine. That's fine.
You understand?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I hope every other person understand. Okay, it's clear. So, okay. So even if you want to, you can also watch the video. I'm gonna make sure I upload the video now after the class. I'll upload it so that I can go through it more. So then the next one we'll have after the percentage is the exponential, which we are going to be using our CRAT for. So the exponential is basically raised to power. So you want to raise to power a particular number. So let's say now I want to raise to power. I want 9 now. I want to raise 9 to the power of 2. So I'll say 2. And I want to raise 9 to the power of 2. So raised to power is basically this 9 in 2 places. That's raised to power. So I guess in it. So 9 times 9, that's raised to power 2. I guess in it. So 9 times, so raised to power means the number times itself given by the given power. So I guess the number times itself by the given power. So if I do equals to, and I say 9, then to do that, I'm going to use my CRAT, which is carat, if you say it there. To get that, hold down your shift and press your number 6. Hold down your shift and press your number 6. So hold down shift and press your number 6, then select the power I want to use. So equals to the number you want to get the power to, and then your power sign, which is your CRAT. Hold down your shift and press number 6 to get it. Then select where the power is, which is this person. I can. So the power is not much that I type it. I can actually, it's not much that I put it. I can actually type the number by myself. I can put 2. If I want, just put 2 here. But for this, I just want to put 2. Select the 2 cell, then enter. So I have 81, which is 9 times. Let's check 9 times 9. So that's equals to 9. And my asterisk sign times 9 and enter. We have 81. That's the answer. So you check getting me. So it's basically this number we have here times itself. That's raised to power 2. If it's raised to power 3, it's going to be 9 times 9 times 9. So let's see that. If I do 9 raised to power 3, I say 9 times 9 times 9. So let's say 9 equals to 9 times 9 times 9. And I enter, I have 179. So this power is basically a particular number times the given power. So times means you're going to give this number times this number times itself again, reaching to reach the particular power given to it. So I get it. So you have 4, you give it raised to power 4. You want to get the answer there. So if I give it to power 4, you have 6,561. So I get it. You put another one here, and give you the answer. So you're not bracket. I put bracket. Sorry, what am I doing? So no equals to, trying to put equals to here, equals to enter. So you have the same listing there. That's the raised to power. So who understands? And please let's make it fast. Our time is almost fast. So do you all understand? Do you all understand?
Please, can you take the power again? The formula for the power. Raised to the power.
So the power formula is basically very simple. Is equals to the number which I want to calculate the power, which the number here is number 9. Then put in my CRAT. This here, you can see the sign there, the exponential. This power is exponential, the sign, you can see it there. Which is to get it, hold down your shift and press number 6 on your keyboard. On top of your keyboard, this thing, you get hold down shift and press your number 6. So if you do that, then now select the power. So what's the power we want to use? So if the power is 4, you can type in 4 here, but because we have it in a cell, you can just select the cell, which is this thing here. So we want to raise it to power 4, which is 9 times 9 times 9 times 9. That's raised to power 4. I guess in it. So if I put it here, and I press enter, I have 6,561, which is the answer. So if I change it to 2, I have 81. If I change it to 6, I have, so it keeps going. So it gives me the power, which is times this, times this, times this. So I get it. So do you understand it now? Please, let's answer fast. You don't understand, so I can. Do you understand? Do you all understand now? Please don't mute yourself or talk. Do you all understand? Do you all understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand. Nice. Who else? Do you understand? If you don't say anything, I will assume that we all understand though. Do we all understand? Mr. Kenneth, do you understand? Mr. Kenneth? No, you don't say anything. Maybe you understand then. Okay, so that's the exponential. So I get it. So that's the exponential. I'll do that. That's exponential. So the next we have is the comparison. Okay, someone is typing. Yes. Okay. Nice. So the next we have is the comparison. So the comparison is very simple. It's just to compare two numbers with each other or compare something with another thing. So let's say I want to compare. I want to say I want to put 10 here. I want to put 10. I want to put 20. I want to put 12. I want to put 23, and I want to put 30. I want to put 49, and I want to put 31. So with this, sorry, basically use it for my comparison. So now basically we have the next one, which is equals to sign. So equals to sign, the comparison is basically to compare two cells together. So comparing two cells together means you are comparing what you have in this cell with what you have in this cell. So I get it. So it can be text, it can be another text, it can be a number. So if I'm comparing number, I can say, let me just put a text for the yes. So let's say I want to compare this number now. So I want to compare now. I want to use the first one. The first one we have there is the equals to. So let's say I want to say equals to is this number and this equals to is this number equals to this number. Press enter. So if it's equals to that number, it's going to give me true. So if it's equals to the number I have in that one, so I'm basically saying is this number equals to this number. So if it's equals to it, it's going to give me. So you see, 10 is equals to 10, so it's giving me true. So let's drag it down to see for the other ones. So if I drag it down now, if I drag it down here now, I have false. So this number is not equals to this number. This number is not equals to this number. This number is not equals to. So they're not the same thing. So having false, false, false. So that's the equals to. So the number has to be equals to that number. So I guess so it has to be equals to it. If it's equals to, it gives you true. If it's not equals to, it gives you false. So then we have another one which is greater than. So we're going to say, is it? I just need to put greater than in between. So you can put greater than in between them. So I'm saying this cell here is it greater than this cell? If I press enter, it's giving me false because it's not greater than. So if I bring this down, so you have true here because 20 is greater than 12, and 23 is greater than it's not greater than 30, so it's giving me false. So 49 is greater than 31, so it gives me true. So that's that. So the same thing with the lesser than. If I want lesser than, I can do the lesser than. I can do lesser than, enter. So false, because they are not lesser than each other, they are equal to each other, so they are not lesser than each other. If I bring this down, I have false, true, false. So this number here, this number is lesser than this number, so it's giving me true because it's lesser than. I'm using my lesser than sign. So lesser than is lesser than. So I can also do another one, which is it greater than or equals to? Is it greater than or equals to? So honestly, if this number is greater than or equals to, so just greater than, put greater than and equals to together there, you get if the number is greater than or equals to. So is equals to, but it's not greater than, but it's equals to. You know, so it's giving me true because it meets. I'm giving it two criteria, so it has to be greater than or equals to before it gives me true. And in my listing is greater than, is equals to, sorry, not greater than. So it's equals to, so it's going to give me true. And if I bring it down, yeah, you can see this number is greater than this, so I have true. This number is not equals to this and it's not greater than this. So 23 is not equals to 30 and it's not also greater than 30. So it's giving me false. So the next one is, this one is greater than 31, so it's giving me true. So that's that. So the same opposite, so I can do greater than. So if it's greater than or equals to, greater than or equals to, so you still have true here because it's equals to. So you can do this, bring this down. I have my true because it's equals to, false because it's not greater than, true because it's lesser than, then false because it's not lesser than. So I guess in it. So that's that. So you can do not equals to. So if you want to get not equals to, you use your, so to get not equals to, use your, which is the one down. So not equal, okay, not equals to is your greater than sign and lesser than sign. So greater than and lesser than sign together will give us not equals to. So if this thing is not, if the thing is greater than and if it's greater than or lesser than, it's not equals to anything. So anything that is greater than or lesser than is not equals to. So if I press enter now, it's giving me false because this thing is equals to now. So that's why it's giving me false. So I want to get the one that's not equals to. So if I bring this down, so you see, you have true. So all these ones are not equals to each other. So you have true, 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 true. So the same, I can do the same thing here. So equals to is this equals to this and enter. So it's giving me true because it's equals to this. So if you say other than, sorry, other than false.
Drop down. Can we just check that A and drop it and see if we can the C series can drop everything in ABCD to Z.
Which one? I don't get it.
You know, back there was a time I asked this question about this P series, that the plus sign you are clicking to drop the rest information.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get, yeah.
So
yeah.
if you can use it to apply it with A, B, C, D.
Oh, okay, that's what you want to do. Oh, yeah, it works perfectly to plenty of stuff. So. ABCD. See, it's not working for ABCD though. But let's try. There's no now. It's not working for ABCD. It's just it's not working for now. The reason it's not working for ABC because you don't have the format here. So let's try this way. So let me just put B here. Let's know if Excel is going to recognize it like this. So if you select these two, and let's see. So it's not working. It's not working for. Oh God, what was this now? This network is really bad. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
So it's not going to work. Well, it works for days of the week too, but it doesn't work for, because now the reason why I know it doesn't work for ABC because if you do it now, you can see that the fill series is not here. What is meant to make it work is not here. So the fill series is only copy, fill format, fill without formatting, fill flash fill. That's the one you have there. You don't have that main one, which is the fill series. So I guess which we want to have when we do this here. Okay, we cannot. Okay, the one we have here, classic. I'm coming. Okay, mistake. I mistakenly removed this. Okay. Okay, it's coming. Jen. So the one we have here, this one now, this one is basically does this thing for us. This fill series, and it's not in this ABCD part. But is in if you put your what's it called? You put your Friday, it's going to help you out to fill the next one. You have to, it works for this. I don't really know why it's not showing, but it works for this. You can see it works. It shows you. If you come down, you have the fill series too. You can also do something like if you do one gen. If I do one gen now, this is automatically like a date. If I bring it down, it gives me gen 2, gen 3. So I guess this is basically like January, 1st January, 2nd January. So this is like a date. It's already customized as like customized or like a date. So it's taking the Excel this thing will know that you're trying to get the next one. But I don't know but it's not in the ABCD format. I guess it's not going down for it. So you can see it's just giving you stagnant, which is going down the series. Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome. Okay, so any other question? Any other question? Please, I want questions, ask questions. Any question? Any question? Is there any other question? That means all of you understand very, very well. Please answer me. Do all of you understand very well?
So I said at the beginning of the class I was not following. I didn't join early. So I don't know if there is still time for you. Just at the beginning, how it all started. Not too far.
For the plus, I'm going to put in
Sorry, you're not audible.
okay, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put in random numbers. So put in for this part. Maybe then I want to add them together. So for the plus is 5 integers equals to select the first cell, put in your plus sign. The plus sign is this, and then select the second cell where the number is in. So let's select it, then it is number one plus the other one is just enter or get the new answer is 47. So 23 plus 24 is given us 47. So if I want to bring this down, I can bring this down to get the other answer for the new one. So I guess that yes, it is 21 plus 17 is 19 plus 10 is 29. 17 plus 3. Okay, so that's the plus sign. You get the minus, also equals to now the one to say is now minus 0 plus enter. It's going to give us minus 1. The minus 1 the reason I'm giving us that is because they are supposed to the opposite. Everything is the same. 23 minus 24. Everything is 23 minus 24. You're saying minus 24 from 23. So it's not going to work. It's going to give us minus 1. If you make it work, you basically select the first one, which is the highest number. Highest number there is 24. So you're giving us negative. So let's 24 then minus 53. Enter. And there's a 1. And there's 1 here. So the same thing for this part. We're saying 23. Now, going the opposite situation, 23 minus 6 is giving us 1 this thing. So you can just do the same thing for you. Put it back the other way. Put it back the other way to get your correct minus.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Your voice is not clear. But my question is that when you're dragging, are you using the fee series or the formatting option?
Now, yes, you are dragging down because I think
Yes, that's my question. When you're dragging it down, you know there's an option of fee series and formatting before you drag. Are you using the copy?
copy it down.
Yes.
Copy it down.
Are you using the copy?
Yes. Can you hear me now? Yes, I'm using the copy.
Yes. Okay.
The formula, make copy it and do the complete the other one.
Your voice is not clear.
Can you hear me now?
It's better.
Your voice is not audible, sir.
I'm using an headphone. My system port is short. So I'm using an headphone with my Bluetooth. So it's hard for you to understand the way. If I move it, just the area, I may have not be able to hear you. I guess it's so that's why I'm using headphone. Sorry, please. We also can hear me now, right? Okay, someone is raising his hand. No, now, you can say something. You want to unmute.
Yeah, Mr. Kim.
Yeah, it's not Mr.
Please, I want you to. Can you hear me?
Available. It's not Mr. Kim, it's Mr. King. Mr. Kim is not available today.
Okay, sorry. Please, my network was bad, and then you can go through that greater than and less than.
Greater than and less than, right? Okay, I'm gonna.
Yes, sir. My phone has not logged in. Then my network was bad, so I could not.
I'll go to that one. I'll go to that one.
All right.
Okay, so the greater than and less than is very, very simple. It's basically you calculating if, for example, one of you do cost now. You want to say if particular cell, huh? If a particular cell is equals to a particular one, it should give me 2. But if it's not, it's going to give me 4. That's what it does. So for this one, come to this, I'm going to be sorry. I'm going to clear it. So let's say I want to say equals to, if this 10 here is equals to this 10 here, right? If I press enter here, it's going to give me 2 because the 10 in this place is equal to the 10 in this place. Okay, so because the 10 in this place is equal to the 10 in this place.
Okay.
Okay, so if this number here lesser than this, so to do that, you select the first cell and put lesser than in between them. Just put your lesser than sign. So if it's lesser than, it's going to give you 2. It's not lesser than if you or if you negative, so because now it's just equals to it, it's not lesser than it. So because it's equals to it, it's going to give us false. Like I said,
Okay.
the next
All right.
then you can use greater than or equals to, which is giving them 2 criteria. Like I said, you want it to be either greater than or equal equals to here. So if it's greater than or equals to, it's going to give me 2. So because it's equals to here now, it's giving me 2. If it's equals to, it's giving me 4. But now I have it's been so now for the next one, I can bring this down for the other one. For the next one we have now, this is 20 is not lesser than and is not greater than and is not equal to is giving me 4. So for here now, if 23 is greater than 30, that is giving me 2. For this one, for the next one that 31 and is not equal to is giving me 4.
False. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so someone else, please check your audio. You can't hear me very well. I said it for my. I'm very sorry. I'm using an headphone, so and the headphone will not have something like that. So I have to bring it down. If I bring it down, I won't be hearing me. But hope you can hear me now. If you have a question, please ask your question. Olayinka, do you have a question? Olayinka, if you can hear me, do you have a question? Olayinka, do you have a question?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, yo.
Yeah, I wasn't online when you did the explanation, whatever, because the network was on and off. So could you please?
Exponential.
Yeah.
The exponential is basically raised to power. You want to do raised to power a particular number. So you're going to use Let's say I have 9 here now. I have 9 here. And I want to get the this power of 9. Let's power is this number times the particular power given. So you want to say, for example, I have 2. You want to say 9 times 9 because we are using this power to go. Let's go 9 times 9 that's this power of 2. Is it equals to, that's the one I use. It to do the exponential, this is the exponential. Use your chart to get that, set down your 6 and number 6 in the top part of the figure, the number part. Not the number 2, the top part, the plus 6 and number 6, you get the chart. Then select the raised power. You can actually type the number yourself, so you might just type 2 yourself, or because you're just use it, you cannot change it, change the number yourself. When you put the 2 in there and select the cell that is in, press enter, so this is 1, which is 9 times 9. So it is equal to 9 times 9. That's 59. So you can change the power, so that's the answer. Everybody understand now? Everybody understand? You understand? Five or this train and Mr. Wanka is not saying anything. I will agree that it's clear, you don't say anything. Okay, so any other question? Any other question? That's how you do. Any other question? Any other question? So any other question? So in answer of any other question, I'm going to call it a day. So thank you guys for coming and have a great day. So I'm going to make sure that I drop this recording today, latest tomorrow morning. So I have to edit it because I have to join because of the network. Yeah, it's possible in fact. So yes, I have to join them together and all that. So latest tomorrow morning I'm going to upload it. And I'm going to also try to get if Akim is not available and the place was we couldn't upload the last draft for you guys. So I'm going to make sure I get it when it gets back and I'll upload it myself for you guys. So I'm very, very sorry for this. I don't uploading a video before. Very, very sorry. I'm going to get it. My own is coming tomorrow. Today night by maybe midnight or tomorrow morning. I'm going to upload it for you guys. So thank you all for coming and have a great weekend. Tomorrow. So,
Yeah, thank you, sir.
you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
night, good night to you.
Last year. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
All right, good night, everyone.
Yes.